Hi guys, this is Tone of Fire and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Today is Ancient Shard 2 times event, so we're going to do some pull-in, see if we can get that Knave of Hearts. Right, let's have a look at Knave of Hearts and see why he might be a good addition to the team. Let's bring up his details. So, he is Undead Hordes, he's a HP champion, and he's a Force Affinity. He's got a pretty sweet looking model. I love the fact he's got his beating heart, you can see in the middle there. It just looks amazing. He's got a funky sword. He's got a bit of a battered cape. But his helmet is also pretty epic with that plume on the top. I think some great artwork gone into this. We've got the Queen of Hearts there on the front of his shield. It's all very in keeping with the rest of the Alice characters that we've seen so far. It all looks brilliant. Even his knee pads have got hearts on them, which look amazing. Great job, Polarium. Well done. Right, so let's have a look at his kit. So his A1 attacks one enemy twice. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a provoked debuff for 1 turn. Each hit also heals the ally with the lowest HP by 3% of this champion's max HP. So provoke's useful. On an A1's really good. Single target is okay. Would be nice if it was an AoE, but there's different champions that do that one. And the fact it's a 30% chance, it books up to 50%. So you're pretty much guaranteed that on one of those 2 hits you're going to get a provoke on there. I don't know the maths on it exactly, but it's probably closer to 75%, isn't it? I think, but I'm no mathematician. His A2 attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of stealing 2 random buffs from each target. That's pretty cool. So if you've got someone like Bad El Khazar out there dropping his heals on people, potentially you could take all those heals and put them back on this champion, which is cool. And that books up to 100%. So that's guaranteed. And it comes down to a 3-turn with books. It also places a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also places unkillable and a taunt on this champion for 2 turns. This is the reason I want this champion. I don't currently have a taunt champion that's any good. I think I've got maybe an epic, Kafru, the mummy guy. He's the only one I've got at the moment, I think, with taunt ability, and I want to be able to build a taunt team at some point for Hydra. I just don't have that capability at the moment, so it'd be nice to get this guy. That looks a great skill. Then we've got his A3 Stout Defense. Swaps HP with the target enemy and places 100% heal reduction on that enemy for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be removed, transferred, or have its duration decreased by enemies. That's really cool. That could be useful for a variety of areas. I mean, you could use it in the potion keep to kind of get to the top levels there easily. Not that that's difficult when you're in kind of late game. It should be relatively easy, but you can also use it on Fire Knight. I mean, the swap won't work, but if it places that heal reduction that can't be removed and it's a 2-turn one, that should be useful. Books down to 4 turns. Also equalizes the HP level of all allies. The HP levels of all allies will be brought up to the level of the ally with the highest HP. So if this guy's a HP champion, he should have a massive pool of HP. So in theory, you should be leveling all your guys' HP back up to maximum, is the hope. As long as this, well, as long as you've not got someone who's taking a massive amount of damage. But it's still going to perform quite a good bit of utility for your team. Also places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's the big one. That's good. That just gives you that bit more tankiness against anyone that you're fighting. Then he's got a passive that unlocks when you've got 3 stars of ascension. At the start of this champion's turn, fully restores this champion's destroyed max HP. So we're looking now at Sand Devil potentially. You can kind of get his health right back. There's also a couple of bosses that knock down the max HP. This guy just ignores that completely then. When attacked, destroys the attacker's max HP by 20% of the damage received. When attacked, destroys the attacker's maximum HP by 20% of the damage received. So you could use him against Scarab. Stacks up to 50%. It's going to be a slow fight because it depends how much damage the enemy is doing against you, but still it's going to be useful, I think, in most parts of the game. So yeah, like I say, my reason for wanting him is the unkillable and the taunt, continuous heals and the chance to steal buffs off people. Always great in Hydra. So now that we've had a look at the champion, let's get on to pulling those shards and see if we can get him. Right, so we've got 27 shards to pull. I don't know why I've not got so many this time. I think I've been getting quite unlucky in the clan boss daily chests. They don't seem to be dropping as many ancients as I normally get. I did buy 11 by transferring the 900 gems across, which I'm hoping is going to give me something good. Currently, I think my mercy is going to be quite low on these. I think I pulled something decent last time. So we'll see what we get. But we'll do the 7 first, and then we'll do 2 lots of 10. So starting off with a blue, and we got a Theurgist. Another blue. Judge. Another blue. We've got a Flinger. Also, at the moment we've got a tournament on for champion summons, so that's going to give me some extra points, which is quite useful. Not if I keep getting blues though. So we've got a Hurler now. Sticking with blues so far. Another blue again. We've got RS. Oh, we've got an epic. What we got? We've got a Chinoro. I think I've probably got her a few times over now. Now we've got a Fencer. Right, so we'll do the two temples now. See if we can get something good. I think we're going to get an epic hopefully in here. There we go. We've got an Atter. Have I got an Atter already? Is a good question. We'll have a look afterwards. These are most of the people that I got in my last load of pulls on my free to play. Elhain, Gator, Slasher. Didn't get a Hellfang, I don't think, but. And the last one, I think we've got a legendary popped up. We do. Oella. And an epic, Franox. Wow. Okay, so Oella. I've already got Franox on the account. So let's have a look at Oella. I don't recognise this champion at all. I don't know when she was added to the game. But she is a Sylvan Watchers support champion of Magic Affinity. She's got a fancy little butterfly wings at the back. She's got a couple of daggers in her hands that look quite nice. She's got quite a nice model there. The wings are pretty cool. And that crown is pretty funky as well. She looks a bit like some sort of crazy butterfly. Right, let's have a look at her kit. So she's a sports champion. So what's she got? Fluster attacks one enemy, has an 80% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted if Ultan of the Shell is on the same team. I don't have Ultan of the Shell. But still, decreased speed, always useful. Single target attack. And the buff goes to 100% chance. So that's cool. Then we've got Hand of Spring. Heals all allies by 30% of their maximum HP. Increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. That's cool, and it comes down to a 3 turn. That is very good. So potentially I've got a Wixwell clan boss team where I have my 2 buff champions. So it's not going to increase the damage that she output though, but it might keep them alive a bit longer. Although we do hit max turn, so we probably don't need it. A3 Morphosis fills the turn meter of all allies by 30%. Also places a 50% increased resist buff on all allies for 2 turns. That comes down to 3 turns when she's fully booked as well. That's pretty cool. Then she's got a passive that unlocks whenever an ally loses 15% or more of their maximum HP from a single hit, places a 15% continuous heal buff on that ally for 1 turn, places a 15% continuous heal buff for 2 turns on that ally, and then instantly activates it if Ultan's on the team. Okay, so we don't have Ultan, so ignore that. But they will get a 1 turn continuous heal. Can occur only once to an ally per turn. Okay, so if multi-hitter hits them and takes off 15% in each hit, then it won't put multiples on there. It'll just be the one. But that's quite a cool skill. And then she's got an aura that increases resistance in dungeons by 75. That's pretty cool. And she's pretty fast out the box with the 105 speed. Cool. Well, I got a legendary champion. I can't complain. It wasn't the one that we were specifically hoping for in the summon event, but I think we've done quite well there. Pretty sure I've got a Franox. So let's double check and see if any of those were new. So Atur was new. So let's have a look at him. So I didn't have him on the account. So he's a barbarian HP champion of epic level. He attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. That goes up to 50% chance. So basically what the Knave of Hearts did, but a single attack rather than double. Raging Bull on his A2 attacks 2 enemies at random. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff. So he's all about the provokes then. 2 times at random. And that's 50% chance, goes up to 75. And a cooldown comes down to 3 turns. So this guy's basically big on provoking. Then we've got Adrenaline Rush, which is a passive. Heals this champion by 15% of their max HP and places a counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns when hit with a critical hit. And that cools down to 1 turn. He's got a double passive as well. He's got another one, Vigilant Partner. It's only available when Kalia's on the same team. I don't have Kalia. But if he was, he'd be immune to stun, freeze, and sleep debuffs. That's pretty cool. He's a bit slow. Got high defense, I would say. And his HP isn't too bad. Where is Kalia? Where's Kalia? Don't know. Oh, there she was. Yeah, I definitely haven't got Kalia on my account, as we can see. So that's cool. Any other new ones? Apart from Ella, no. So just a Ella. Cool. So that's been my shard pulls for this time. Let's have a look in the tournament and see how we've got on. See if it's got us anything good. See if it's getting us any more shards that we can pull. Champion Chase. No shards in this one anyway, but we've got some energy, soul, and some tokens towards the Mad Hat's Tea Party event. Tea Party Titan events. Let's see what we can get with that. Again, no shards until we get to the 100. So I'll collect some of these. But it looks quite good. So what we got? We've got on the milestone 1, we get the Ancient Shard, Rare Skill Tome, 50 gems, 3-star chicken, 750 Mortal Soul Coins. Not too bad. We get Hatter's Reserve at 300. 50 Plarium points. 250. Some Star Stones. That's cool to upgrade our relics. That'll probably go straight onto Hatter's Reserve, I imagine. A rank 4 chicken. Milestone 3 gives us another avatar frame. 300 Immortal Soul Coins. Epic Skill Tome. 6-star Epic Chaos Ore. 75 more gems. Rank 2 Basalt on the next milestone 4. Void Shard. The Cat's Gaze at 1,000 points. A legendary skill tome. 6-star legendary Chaos or Immortal Soul Stone. So some good stuff in there. And then the final one. Rank 3 Basalt. Primal Shard. Eternal Soul Coin times 200. A 5-star chicken. An XP barrel, which is always useful. Mythical skill tomes we don't get enough of in the game, so we've got one here. 6-star mythical chaos ore and the Hatter's perfect soul. So I haven't got the Mad Hatter, but I'm still going to push through as try and get as many of these as I can, I think, on my main account, just to try and get that mythical tome to get my Galathea booked out a bit more. So that's cool. Anything else apart from all that pop-ups? No, I think that's it. Right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Terminal Fire out.